Alrighty, I think we are ready to go. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, let's. Yeah, I feel like we just need to jump on in because this is a deep. As you can see, I got a bunch of tabs open already, going full Kirsha arc right now, but going official with all this. But yeah, I feel like it's probably best to play this pretty straight, less jokes and memes, and more just being like actual like investigative journalism, I suppose, if that's the best way to call it. But I don't fucking know. But yeah, so right off the bat, I want to open with my own tweet regarding it. But first, let's talk about what Nexus is. So Nexus is a new VTuber group. I don't know if it's a corpo or whatever. It is a new group, however, and it is debuting today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow with 27 VTubers. That is their first wave for debuts. Which, I'm sorry if I'm going to turn myself down just a little bit. Okay. But yeah, 27 debuts on between 3 days. And if you look at the timestamps, it's 5:30, 6, 6:30, 7:30, all the way up to 9:30. So for 4 hours with 30-minute streams, that is going to be their debut schedule. So another thing is don't miss a single debut stream over 3 days on the Annie Live app. So they're not debuting on YouTube. That is another big thing to point out. None of these YouTubers are debuting directly on YouTube, which is first thing. But yeah, you have to pre-register on to get access to Annie Live because it's a early access app. Yeah, welcome to Annie Live app alpha test application, and it's a Google Form stock. Which, all right, I'm not gonna be too pessimistic about that. But yeah, so in my actual tweet, I basically break it down very shortly and say, like, I don't want to be pessimistic, but holy, 27 debuts in 3 days, 30-minute debut for talents, third-party app to watch said debuts. Wishing them the best and hope that this works out. But this could very easily turn sour, especially given this. And this comes from their website, which we will get to their website eventually. But support tailored to commitment. Please understand that while we provide an environment for talents to autonomously utilize with sufficient support systems in place, individualized support for each person will be less. Considering the analogy of universities or high schools, services aren't equal for all. More diligent students often receive more attention and more support from teachers, while those who neglect their studies and attendance might not graduate. While equal opportunities for learning are provided, leveraging them depends on the student's initiative. Similarly, in Nexus, we actively support those who demonstrate a high level of engagement and ambition. If you want to call it as favoritism, it might be true in a sense, but please understand that we will do it more systematically. Specifically, we're establishing a system that rewards talents who achieve good results in various Nexus events and competitions. We aim to create a community where the competitive environment transparently benefits those who excel. So, yeah, a lot of people have had thoughts on this, and yeah, on the actual Nexus tweet itself proper, people have various responses from more simple and short ones like wave or more actual ones, but like for example 27 debuts across 3 days on an obscure proprietary app that requires you to sign up for it by filling out a Google Doc form. I've seen much better business plans fail horribly. This is cruel. I can't help but feel like you're setting up talents for failure with this. Having 27 debuts at pretty much the same time is actually insane. This is going to turn to a battle royale of talents having to fight against each other for viewership. You're competing with yourself. Which I do feel like that is also true. So 27 debuts on an Apple-only app. Not only are you making your talents compete for their debut, but you're cutting out a majority of viewers. Even people who have Apple will be skeptical about downloading an unknown app to watch a debut for people they don't know. I like checking out debuts for new VTubers with a hurdle to download. The app makes question if I want to or not. I'm curious about the app, but I've seen really just hype posting so far. realistically, what is the reason I should download it versus just watching someone on YouTube? These are all really legitimate questions, I feel like. These are all very normal questions and comments and stuff. And yeah, a lot of other people have given their thoughts on it, so let's get into that too. So, yeah. Twitter has to reload, I'm sorry. So, Sarah VTuber on Twitter says, I want to give my 2 cents on this as someone that passed the first wave of recent auditions and dropped out. I know some Nexus members are following, and I love you. I truly wish you the best of luck, and I'll try my best to support your debuts. That being said, some things set off my red flag radar. You are required to stream 5 days a week, 2 hours each time. The CEO straight up says that if you live a lifestyle that does not allow this, you shouldn't join. This really rubs me the wrong way to force your initial wave of talents to invest this much time and energy, and possibly money by quitting their job/education, for an agency and platform that has no reputation yet. That is very true. That is a very true thing to point out. No personalized management. That is another big thing I feel like is going to be a problem because, yeah, like Niji Sanji and stuff, like supposedly, like the management stuff in Niji Sanji, because I can't allege anything or I can't like say anything for certain. Excuse me. But like Niji Sanji supposedly doesn't have great management. This is apparently has no personalized management and isn't going to be. And yeah, so individual talents don't get managers or advice. Instead, Nexus works as a school where groups of people get educated all at once on the basis of content creation. At that point, I see no reason for established content creators to join. New ones, sure, but once again, we go back to the first point, which is why force new VTubers to invest this much time? You are encouraged to stream off of the Analive app to garner a larger audience. So on top of streaming 5 days, 40 hours on the required app, you now have to spend more time and effort promoting yourself on other platforms because they are where it's the best way to garner an audience. What? Yeah. I'm not going to read this word for it anymore, sorry. The obvious red flag, that being that Nexus plans on debuting 100 talents. Holy shit, if that ain't a battle royale, may the best VTuber rise up to the top type shit, I don't know what it is. Working off of that, you get rewarded based off of performance, but if you do poorly, you get less access to resources and help. Remember how people don't get personalized management? It really is just a skill issue for these talents. I'm still going to keep tabs and support the talents because they deserve it, but I think this kind of business model should always warrant discussing and for us to share our criticisms. Content creation is a very serious space, and we want to make sure that talent signing up for agencies won't be mistreated. That's the biggest thing I think people have worries about. It's like it's not about like the company being like a scam or anything like that or like a pyramid scheme. It's about the people who are signed up for this and doing this like getting mistreated. Unfortunately, I don't want that to be the case. I don't think anyone really wants this to fall and be like a complete like CyberLife Whacker type situation. But I feel like that's what people's biggest worry is. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Yeah. And of course, like following up on this, like Rima, who's like another popular like news tuber, like VTuber stuff, content creator. Yeah, go follow Rima. She's cool. She does a lot of stuff on like VTuber news stuff. And she tweeted, I'm confused about these new debuts. 1, that's the most talents I've ever seen debut. 2, are they exclusively streaming on the app? I always like new talents coming into the scene and new agencies bringing a fresh take, but what will motivate people to download this app and watch VTubers they're unfamiliar with instead of viewing established creators on YouTube? That's a very good point. Like that's like another big point people are bringing up. No one wants to go through all the trouble of signing into Analive and downloading it through like the most third-party way possible. Like it's not on the App Store, like officially. It's not on the iOS/Apple App Store. It is exclusively downloadable. You have to exclusively download it through signing the Google Doc form, which I think is a big, like that is something that people are going to be like put off of because like it's a pain in the ass to sign up for like anything new or whatever. Even like just adding your email or doing something like on a new site that you have to sign up for. Like, hang on. Sorry. Like, I haven't even made like an Indeed or like LinkedIn account thing or whatever with my email because it's just a hassle to do it so far, even though I'm job hunting. I probably should, but it's just pain and like no one likes doing like adding their email or signing in to do any of that. So they're not going to be super willing to just sign in and download a third-party app. That's just the truth of it, unfortunately. But yeah, people's response, like Rima also added, they seem to have a large corporate backing and were associated with Afkai, so I'm inclined to trust them, just unsure about the business model being viable. I guess we will wait and see. In the meantime, if you guys have more information on it, feel free to share. Yeah, like go tell people, like, I'm just a literal nobody. Like, I'm doing this and like streaming this and letting people know. But like, go follow, like, let people like Rima, Parrot, Nasagi, like even like people like Kyo, like Falside, like other like people who do like exclusive like VTuber drama. Let them know about this and like let them learn about this, because like Nano, like we'll get into it. Like Nanobytes, like went into it on her stream that she did the other day, where like it was a sponsored stream too. Like I'd watch it and like react to it, but I don't want to because it just came out and it's a sponsored stream. It feels weird because I'm not sponsored by Raid. Probably won't ever be, but yeah, like I don't know, but yeah, like get more into it. Like other people have responded to this too and have other stuff. So like Alien Mixture, who, if you know her, PL and stuff, was part of a corporation and stuff. I'm not gonna say it out of respect, but yeah, please look into what company you want to join is getting into. This to me is a huge red flag. Yeah, and like this like quote tweet has come up a couple times, but just on the Nexus website, this literally is VTuber Battle Royale. What the fuck? Yeah, like building a new career path, top talent production in the future, total support for professionals, only talents who established fan base are entitled to join. Nexus Virtual Talent Academy. Curriculum to learn from the basic to advanced. Meet friends and rivals to compete and train each other. Okay. Grammar wise, like that is something, but yeah, whatever. Whatever, it's no big deal. Yeah, so Kyoko V Twitter, like banned VTuber means, like also brought this up. Nexus is funded by someone whose entire career is shilling Web3, went from NFTs to AI. This is plausible. It got better. Seems as though the CEO likely got yelled at and is not using ChatGPT to say sorry. So yeah, so do not go harassing the CEO of Nexus, but these were actual replies and stuff. And Anna saw these on her stream and went over these, but yeah. Glad to get criticism from a dummy account with zero follower. Not zero follower, but whatever. Hi Hexlog, please allow me to apologize for what I just said here. Although what we are trying is different from other agencies, our goal is and always will be to help our talents be successful. I just didn't want any negative impressions of our talents as they worked very hard. So I think losing money would make mine win by default, to be honest. Hi S1, please allow me to apologize for how I reacted to this thread. What you said has some very fair and valid points. We are trying something different with a new platform and hope to build a positive environment with unique opportunities for our talents. Sorry for the pause. Yeah, and like other people, like Azahara and stuff, and other like people who have done, like do stuff, they were bigger than me, and have more of an outreach, have talked about this and gone over it, and like yeah, like, let people know about all this stuff because it is important. And so coming next, yeah, Proctor Zarkov, like Proctor, like another person who does stuff like this, content like this, also has like this is a quote tweet from the actual CEO of Nexus. Don't harass or bother people. I'm going to say that and repeat that a bunch just because I don't think anyone will, but I feel like it's important to just be like mature and just like speak like straight out and say like all that and just put that out in the air. So the number of talents on the platform is why we criticize you. The VTuber market is tapped out, barring foreign languages. Most people already have an Oshi. More are debuting every day. You are sending talents out to die in a viewer desert that will only support the best ones. And this is replying to quote tweet saying, I will go poke around all the people who want to criticize Nexus just because you see the number of talents in new platform. You'll never know what we're working on, and I won't forgive people who just want to be a blocker of industry growth. If your platform makes money and a few succeed on it, cool. But your openly stated business model guarantees burnouts, broken promises, shattered dreams, and miserable failures. This is nakedly predatory, and I will be here to carefully document it all. Remember that. Yeah. And Nano, like, again, so Nano was, like, the first person who I saw, like, actually talk about this. And if you know Nano's past and stuff, like, she, of all people, has a very, very good eye on this sort of stuff and knows about stuff that's a bit suspect with VTuber stuff. But yeah, so I trust her opinion on it, to be completely honest. Like, just transparent. I feel like she, of all people, has a very good opinion and viewpoint to say about this. So yeah, let's go into what she said. Okay, this is Wild Walkthrough. This agency is debuting 27 talents over 3 days, but wait. In order to watch these talents debut, you have to use a closed alpha mobile app. And continue to sign up for this app, you need to do the following continued below. 1. Sign up via Google Form. 2. Wait until 6 p.m. tonight for a link. 3. Download a third-party app store for testing because said app is an alpha. Then you can watch their debuts. Best of luck to the talents, but man, that does not seem smart. My only advice I can give, because nothing I say will stop them from debuting 27 talents at once, please let them cross-stream to YouTube or Twitch, but ideally YouTube. Yeah, and like other people have said, like Jerk Point has said, they are being set up to fail. 27 talents is extremely ambitious and already a bad move on its own, hurting every talent by spreading viewers so thin. But doing so and making their debut to a platform the majority of people probably have never heard of that takes more than 5 minutes to sign up for is really bad. Yeah, and this is where I got like this tweet from, like this picture from. Yeah, it gets worse because they're getting pitted all against each other, and more successful talents are going to get support, and they're open about it. Yeah. And some of the design, all these crazy designs, and then just no. Yeah, like the VTuber designs for Nexus aren't bad at all. Like there's a Gyaru, and like cowboy. That's a very like looking at the actual designs and stuff. Like these aren't bad VTuber designs at all. Like these are all like very like decently looking models. Like not all of them are necessarily my favorite thing ever, but they all look nice. And they all like cover like very different like archetypes and design layouts and stuff. Like these are not like ugly like cheap models. I'm assuming like, these all look very nice. It's just that they're being set up against each other basically in a VTuber battle royale. But yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get into the actual Nexus website and look at this. So Nexus equals academia for virtual talents, and you can already kind of see that this is not a good idea because of what this entire VTuber Corpo is inspired by. Yeah, like I know said this on our stream, but like basing your VTuber agency off of an anime series and manga series that notoriously has a very, very unliked and not liked fandom that's very like known to be like toxic and like even like hate the mangaka and source material. Like not necessarily the best play, but we will see this. Yeah, this came out and this was written on the 23rd of February 2024. So it was about 2 months ago. So yeah. Hello VTuber fans. I'm Harry, the CEO at 4 Creators and headmaster of Nexus, a virtual talent academia. As we embark on launching Nexus, I wanted to share the thoughts and backstory that have shaped this journey through a blog post. Topics: about me, what's Nexus moving forward. About me, I was born a Japanese-Taiwanese mix, spending most of my life in Japan. From a young age, I've been enamored with anime. Our family dinner is often accompanied by the 7 p.m. anime shows on TV. During my student years, I obsessively aimed to be the best in both academics and sports, believing that excelling in studies and landing a job at a prestigious company was the key to happiness, a notion that I now find somewhat ridiculous. A turning point came after entering university in 2015, a pivotal year when the term influencer began to dominate public discourse. This was shortly after Amazon's acquisition of Twitch in 2014, marking a clear shift towards individual creators gaining significant influence. While earnestly dedicating myself to studies, I couldn't help but be irked by influencers who seem to effortlessly gain fame and fortune through playing games or creating whimsical videos. I know everyone has thought similarly once. It was a stark contrast to my disciplined approach, and admittedly, I found it hard to swallow their success with a smile. Yet at the same time, I found myself drawn to this world, creating random shorts on TikTok with friends and managing an Instagram account to introduce beer bars in Tokyo, realizing that this unstoppable wave of personal passion and creativity was shaping the future. And yeah, this chart shows like the actual like usage rate of influencer over time, like Google Trends stuff. Yeah. After graduating, I joined 17 Live, a company running a leading live streaming platform in Japan, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, similar to a mobile version of Twitch. It was a place where thousands of streamers, for both virtual and real, men and women, pursued their dreams through streaming. During 3 years as a CEO assistant, my desire to support creators globally grew, leading to the founding of For Creators, a company for creators. Okay. Among various creators, I chose the VTubing area because it aligns with my interests and strengths. Being a fan of anime and having spent a long time in the streaming industry naturally led me to VTubers, Gachikoi, after spending about half a year attending anime conventions in the US and Southeast Asia in 2023. Speaking with VTubers and agencies, my desire to support creators interested in VTubing globally strengthened. This led to the foundation of Nexus. What is Nexus? Nexus aims to be an academia for talents aspiring to become the next generation of virtual stars, much like a virtual talent version of the famous Hero Academy. Academy. I hate the word academia. I hate it. So yeah. Nexus equals academia for virtual talents, top amateur. So yeah. If it wasn't obvious what this whole thing is based on, like this entire like corpo, like Nexus as a thing, like Nexus isn't really a corpo. It's like the Niji Sanji like talent academy thing, and like helping like talents grow and develop. It's not like an actual specific corporation itself. It's easier to call it a corpo or a group because that's just common VTuber terminology. But yeah, so aside from the literal pyramid here, which that's not going to help people feel comfortable trusting your organization, just saying pyramid graphs or like triangle graphs are not a very good, like if you want people to feel confident and trust your organization and your business, do not do pyramids or triangles, because like that's just how people like people are suspect of that, and the term pyramid scheme exists for a reason. I'm just saying. But yeah, this is a presentation slide that I'm actually using for. This is a presentation slide that I'm actually using for pitch to investors and talents. Lol. Okay, that's weird to put that in a professional like newsletter, like web page thing or whatever. But all right. It's designed for those who are serious about achieving their dreams, offering a place where passionate individuals can meet, learn, and grow by enhancing their unique talents through rigorous training. Unlike typical agencies that focus on a select few, Nexus, due to my background, is committed to helping a larger number of people succeed in the VTuber industry, providing a launchpad for anyone wanting to make VTubing their career. Already, over 20 first-generation members are preparing for their debut with a curriculum based on collective wisdom from VTubers worldwide, aiming to significantly increase their success rate in the vast universe of YouTubers. Or VTubers. Moving forward, to nurture over 10 talents is already a significant challenge, but our ambition at Nexus is to become a launchpad for 100 and eventually over 1,000 talents to realize their dreams. Our immediate focus is to ensure the growth of our current and soon-to-be talents from upcoming auditions. Their various attempts will serve as knowledge for future talents and set them as role models. While there's no universal formula for success, we aim to create an environment that strengthens basic skills while allowing for individuality. The discussion around talent management is evolving, and at Nexus we believe in advancing the traditional methods to foster a supportive relationship between the company and the talents. We're committed to offering the following: new Oshi experiences for VTuber fans, new career paths for aspiring VTubers. Stay tuned for what's next. It's your turn, Nexus founder Harry. Okay. So, right off the bat, over 1,000 talents. Like, I don't even think Niji Sanji has over 1,000 talents. And I know for sure Hololive doesn't have over 1,000 talents. Like, that is incredibly ambitious. Like, that is very, very ambitious. And, like, to do that right now, like, 27 right out the gate, like, that's almost a third of what their initial launchpad goal is of 100. Like, 27 is nearly 30 out of 100, and, like, there's apparently 40 already going up, but yeah. Over 1,000 talents is incredibly ambitious. Yeah, and, like, the reason why a lot of people are skeptical is because there have been, like, because, like, this isn't initially, I'm trying to put into words and formalize this because like for Anilive specifically, because like that's the platform they're going to be debuting on. Like Anilive is the new VTubing thing, stream anywhere, anytime. Like that's like I don't blame them for wanting to make a new platform, but like at the same time, others have tried and failed. Like I was there for VStream. Like for those who don't remember VStream, that was a VTuber platform that had like Discord integration. It was used by a lot of people like Lilybell, who I like do clips for, who like I'm on Lilybell's Discord and stuff, and like not like a mod or anything, just community member. But like Lily did stuff for VStream, like she was pretty involved with it. Like a lot of people who did stuff for VStream, like it was a very ambitious and very big app, and a lot of people were on there, and it didn't work. It didn't have the funding, it didn't have the money. And like this is gonna have like bigger corporate backing, sure, but like even then, like if corporates and like businessmen like stockholders see that it's not turning a profit, they're going to like cut it down. Like that's just the sad truth of business management. Like at the end of the day, like business is cutthroat, and like you can't just hope for the best and assume things are going to go well. You have to turn a profit, and if you don't, people are not gonna see. Like that's just the sad truth of it. Like you can't just have people like blindly go into something that they don't know. So, cause like if it was exclusively streaming on YouTube, and like exclusively streaming on YouTube or exclusively streaming on Twitch, that's one thing. Cause like apparently they will be able to cross stream after debut, which is going to help them a lot. But they have to do stuff on Anilive too, which is a big problem because I don't think a lot of people are going to go on to Anilive to watch them. And like even then, like I don't even think YouTube or Twitch is gonna have like full streams. They might just have clips, which that's really gonna hurt their stuff. Like maybe it will make some people want to go to it, but not enough. Not enough to support 27 talents financially. Like that's the initial problem that people have with this, with how many talents they're debuting and what is actually going through. Like people are mainly worried that only like the best of the best talents are gonna go up there and actually do something, and like everyone else is gonna get left to the wayside. Which, like, to their credit, at least they're kind of transparent about it, which we're going to get into right now because, yeah, what is virtual talent academia? So aside from being the acronym of VTA, which is what I'm going to say from now on, like we're going to get into this right now. So, hi, I'm Harry, the founder of Nexus. Thank you for your interest in Nexus's first audition. Being our first audition, I was nervous, but I'm thrilled to see the overwhelming interest and numerous questions from so many of you. I've talked about myself for creators and the vision behind Nexus in a previous blog, so if you're interested, please read it here. This time I want to address a frequently asked question. What does Nexus equals virtual talent academia mean in detail? Please bear with me, as it is a lengthy explanation. Table of contents. 1. Current analysis. The VTuber market is at a turning point. The existing VTuber model, agency model is becoming unsustainable. Our answers. Winning on a new platform. Update the agency model. Why? What does winning on a new platform mean? Why Anilive? What is our vision for an agency? What does Nexus being an academia mean? Creating new paths as a company. Summary. Alright, so yeah, let's get into it. The VTuber market is at a turning point right now. I believe that content platforms such as YouTube and Instagram repeat the same cycle. Very roughly, when a platform is created, it follows the following growth cycle. A superstar is born to represent the platform. Many firms seize these stars and enter the market looking for business opportunities. Mass production of individual talents who do not belong to a firm, and small to medium-sized firms that cannot scale. Platforms will become saturated, and people will move on to the next platform. I believe this is also true for the VTuber content category. Transition of content platforms. Sorry. Okay, so right off the bat. So yeah, let's look at this graph. Platform formed, YouTube, Twitch. Platform put huge budget to acquire content creators and benefit creators. Big stars born. Kizuna AI, Galgura, not Gargura, Galgura. Usada Pecora, which full name isn't there for whatever reason, it's just Pecora, and Kuzawa. Big stars who could earn big money and popularity showed up. Yeah, So right off the bat, going with Pecora is a weird, and going with Pecora and Gura is not a good one. Big agency is born. This is not true. The order of this is wrong. Right off the bat, I'm going to say this right now. Kizuna AI was the first one, sure. But big agencies, like, this is not, like, the order for this is immediately wrong. Kizuna AI showed up and did all her stuff first, yes. Gura did not come before Pecora, or Niji Sanji was probably the first, I want to say. I don't remember exactly, but, like, Vishojo is very, like, it's big, and it's probably, like, Vishojo was big, but it was not before Niji Sanji. I don't know how chronologically this is, but, you know. Yeah, so big agencies born. No. So, like, Kizuna, I would say, was maybe the big star one. Then big agencies. Like, you can put, yeah, Gura and Pecora did not start up with before Hololive was a thing. Like, neither did Kizo with Niji Sanji stuff. And then, like, they put Vshoujo here, but they don't put a Vshoujo talent, which is weird, but whatever. Yeah. Long tail, I don't know what that means. Know-how and tools are shared, competition gets intense. Many agencies follow the stars and try to replicate them. So this is wrong. This is immediately wrong. Okay, like, I don't know how to explain this, but like, Hololive, like, for the love of God, like, Sora was the first Hololive talent. Everyone who's watched Hololive knows that Tokino Sora was the first talent from Hololive Gen 0, and like, she was the first one to do it. It's like, yeah, this is not like the right proper order and stuff. I'm pretty sure even Niji Sanji like came out, because I'm pretty sure Niji Sanji, like, I'll talk about it when we go over like the actual business paper thing that I had to do, that I did on Niji Sanji, and because I did like a job analysis thing on any color as a corporation and as a business to work for. But like, right off the bat, like, I'm pretty sure Niji Sanji came out in 2017, and I'm pretty sure Hololive came around the same time, or maybe a little bit after that. I don't know. But like, Niji Sanji's been around for a while, and they were top dogs for a bit. Then Hololive got pretty popular with some of their talents. Not all of them were super big initially, but I want to say that like Fubuki was like the first very big one. Zoro did really well too, but I want to say, well, like, I know for a fact that Fubuki was like the big one early on. So like, the fact that's not even mentioned or brought up is crazy. Yeah. Long tail. Know-how and tools are shared. Competition gets intense. Independent VTubers, middle, low tiered agencies. That's kind of. So new platform. Analyve, IREM, Reality, VStream, Hyper. I don't know about Hyper, Reality, or IREM. VStream stopped. Like, VStream is gone. Like, I don't know why you would ever bring up VStream in something like this. This is not, like, I didn't hate VStream. I actually got contacted by some of the guys who did VStream stuff, like, on, like, a Twitter DM. Like, they asked me to do, like, when I did Lily clips, that if I would actually, you know, do, like, clips on VStream. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll do it and stuff, but, like, it kind of depends on what comes up, where it is what. And, like, I asked, like, do you want me to do, like, specifically, like, VStream clips and upload those to VStream? And they said yes. Like, they pretty much told me, like, you can still do, like, for clips that are on Twitch or YouTube, like, do those there, that's totally fine. But for streams that happen, for, like, clips of streams that happened on VStream, like, upload them to VStream too. You can still upload them to YouTube. So I did that. And I only did, like, one, basically, because I didn't do Lily clips for a really long time, unfortunately. Nothing, like, happened or whatever. Nothing, like, didn't have a falling out or anything with Lily. I just did Face Connect stuff for a really long time, like, Face adjacent stuff. And, you know, I eventually did do another Lily clip, and it was a lot of fun. I still like Lily. I still watch her content, but yeah. Like, this whole chart, though, like, this chart here is very, like, this does not feel like it's, like, weird ever, like, mistranslations or, like, spelling errors aside, like, this order is not right at all. Like, this is not a correct order of stuff. Like, this is not accurate, but whatever. For instance, in Japan's market, where hundreds of people debut as VTubers on YouTube each month, winning has become increasingly difficult. This has led to the rapid growth of V-content specialized streaming apps like IREM and Reality in recent years. People want to pursue VTubing, often start their careers on these platforms, gaining experience before trying to join larger agencies. This has given rise to a new career path for aspiring VTubers. Yes, I will say that that is true. People who do want to pursue VTubing do usually start on YouTube or Twitch. And like I'm pretty sure Pippa said this. Like Twitch as a platform sucks to do stuff on, but if you want to get out there and have people find you, stream on Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch because I just don't want to deal with the hassle, because setting up stream stuff on YouTube is so much easier right now, and I just can do it pretty easily. But yeah, if you want to get actual reach and like grow as a person and a content creator, stream on Twitch. And then like you can do multi-streaming if you want to or whatever, or upload your VODs onto YouTube, and that will work. But like if you want to do, but like start on one or start on the other, like, and then eventually you can do like switch and like go back and forth between the two, but do not start on one, be on one for a really long time, and then immediately switch, because you will lose stuff. That's what happened to Laplus, because I'm pretty sure like her whole thing was that she started streaming on YouTube and did YouTube streams at first, and then she switched to Twitch and then lost a lot of viewers for whatever reason. I liked Laplus, and I think her design's very nice, and she's a hollow talent, so she's obviously very good at what she does. But the fact is, when she switched her platform for streaming, she lost a lot of viewers, which was just, that's the sad truth. You can't just expect people to just do whatever and just do whatever. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And like, I am also like not the perfect person to know about this. I'm not specifically a VTuber. I know a lot about them. I've followed VTuber stuff since around 2021, which like even then, that's still not even like the tip of the iceberg. But like that's when I got into it, and I've learned about it, and that's how I fell into this rabbit hole for like 3 years. But yeah. Anyway, I think the EN VTuber market is at turning point. I'm reading the thing again, so that's what I said. So I think the EN VTuber market is at a turning point. Clear winners on the platform like YouTube and Twitch have emerged, where top talents draw the majority of viewership, leaving new entrants struggling to monetize even after 1 to 2 years of streaming. Brands like Hololive and VShojo have quickly dominated the VTuber space within these existing platforms. Behind their success, one wonders how many companies had to withdraw. Okay, I'm going to get into that, but I'm going to finish this paragraph first. As the demand to become VTubers rises, but the agency slots remain limited, where should these aspiring VTubers go? Now, new platforms are emerging to carry the torch forward. So here's the thing, I'm just going to say this right now. If you are an indie and you apply to some place like Hololive or VShojo or Phase Connect or Idol or like any other like reputable VTuber agency, because like I'm not going to say names for non-reputable ones or whatever, but like if you join like reputable, well-known and well-liked VTuber agencies and you audition and you don't get in, like even if you don't get in, where should these aspiring VTubers go? Stay indie and keep streaming. Do not just stop and become disenfranchised because you didn't get into your group agency. You can continue to apply for future stuff. You can always reapply and do that later on. Like, but don't stop streaming as an indie. If you're an indie and you have a fan base, keep streaming as an indie. Like, that's what happened with like Selene, Dokibird, like Mint, Fautame, and like that's happened with a lot of people. Like, that's just what you do. Like, if you have like a past life or whatever, or like you have an indie thing and you apply to a big agency and you don't make it, like that doesn't mean stop streaming and stop and just give up altogether. Like, that means just stay in your niche, stay as an indie. Like, your growth might be slower and not be as big, but you'll still have success and you'll still have your stuff and people will still like you. Like, and even if you do eventually get into a big talent thing, if people know your past life, they're still gonna follow and like you. Like, if it's not like about uneducation stuff, all right? There are people who have not been in VTuber agencies or who are not a part of VTuber agencies who are very knowledgeable and will know a lot about VTubing as a practice. Like Kirsha, for example, like Kirsha was now part of a VTuber agency and she's growing pretty steadily, like, is she like Hololive big? No. But she's going out there and like talking to like other people. She's going on like podcasts, talking with It's a Gundam, side scrollers, stuff like that. Like, people are knowing, like, who don't watch VTubers probably might know who Kirsha is now. And like she's not in an agency or anything like that. She's just an indie, but she knows about VTubing and like the VTuber sphere and stuff like that. And like she's, yes, like, am I shilling people who I like and watch? Yes, obviously, but like at the same time, like I'm not necessarily wrong. But yeah, like do not stop being an indie if you don't make it in, and if you do eventually like graduate or whatever, but you still want to do VTubing, you can always go back to your past life. That's just saying, like, don't just assume the worst and just start doing posting. Like it's not that big a deal. Yeah. So Nexus bets on this transition, aiming to secure a dominant position on these emerging platforms, elevating stars from our ranks into the mainstream. As the VTuber community and market expand, we believe it's crucial not to be confined by existing platforms, but to create new career paths for talents, serving as a launchpad to propel many to success. All right. So I'm like, is it ambitious to have a new platform and to stream on a new platform and do all of that? Yes. Does that mean abandoning the current platforms that people know and like and that work? No. Like I would still say, like, if they have to stream 5 days a week, like maybe do like 2 streams on YouTube, one on Twitch, and then 1 on Anilive, or like do like 4 streams on YouTube, 1 on Anilive, like 3 on YouTube, 2 on Anilive, like something like that. Like split it. So like, yeah, they're still on like the smaller platform, and people will go watch them there if they want to, but they're also on like the mainstream, well-known platform. Putting them on a platform that no one knows about and no one wants to go through a hassle to download through like third-party app because it's not on the App Store officially isn't a good idea. Like that's not me being mean or cruel. That's just the sad truth of it. I want these talents to do well and succeed, but it's just like, as it's starting right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen at the case, which sucks because I bet this costs a lot of money and a lot of people are invested in it, and I want the best for them because I don't pray or wish for failure on anyone's behalf. Like that's a shitty thing to do, to like prey on somebody's downfall. Like that's dumb and petty and mean. Don't do that. Like I want these people to succeed and do well, but I don't think that like the stuff with Nexus right now is going to help them do that, which is sad. But I don't know. We'll keep reading, but yeah. Sustainability of existing VTuber agency models is becoming challenging. As mentioned above, the market is becoming increasingly competitive, which has led to a rise in individuals wanting to become VTubers. While the number of agencies has grown, as you might already know, many have not succeeded, leading to numerous graduations or companies folding. Why is this happening? Simply put, agencies can no longer provide the level of support talents expect. No, bad agencies cannot do this. Good agencies, like, again, HoloLive, Face Connect, Idol, like other agencies and stuff, agencies that have good managers and stuff. Like, I don't know, Idol's had some stuff. I know Pippa's talked about management stuff in the past not being great. Face Connect, even though that got changed. Like, even like smaller companies, like they have good managers now. Like good companies have good managers, and the companies that are succeeding and still doing well have good managers. Like I know you're saying big rainbow elephant in the room, which like again they have a rainbow logo, which isn't great, but whatever. Like the company that's big and doesn't have good managers is still somehow afloat, and that's only on the EN side of things. The JP side is fine and not having much, if any, controversies at all. But at the same time, just like, yeah, I'm making sure my mic is, yeah, I'm not muted, so that's good. But yeah, like, oh boy. Like, I'm getting heated about this because it's just like upsetting, because it feels like someone who doesn't know enough about like the medium wants to get into the medium, but doesn't understand like all the ins and outs fully. And I don't want, like, I don't know. Like, it's just a very complex issue. I feel like I'm both not fully qualified to talk about it, but I'm also stupid and brave enough to talk about it. But yeah. Becoming a VTuber can be achievable with some investment, but to grow as a talent, one must continuously create content that satisfies VTuber fans. The challenge lies in ever-increasing quality standards for content sent by major agencies, such as top-notch creativity, 3D live performances, and super cute avatars. Okay, so right off the bat, you can have a simple, you can market yourself by having an avatar. Like, isn't good to have a cute model, have a model that's really nice and stuff? Yes, it is nice to have a very high end, fairly good model. At the same time, however, it is not a requirement. Model is not a requirement. 3D life performances. This is a big thing for actual companies. Like, I just brought up I forgot about it right now, but V4 Mirai has really good 3D life models, and like they have very talented talents and like people working at V4 Mirai. That's a very tongue twister name. I'm sorry. V4 Mirai has really good 3D models and really talented VTubers, and they're a very, very small agency. Like, they're very small. Like, not like Phase or Idol size even, but they still have really good stuff, and people still like them. Like, people like know about V4 Mirai simply because of the fact that Niji Sanji took forever to get their own 3D models, and like people were looking at other agencies and stuff, and they saw that V4 Mirai and their talents have models already, despite only debuting not very long ago. But yeah, to keep going, talents join dreaming. That's a very weird sentence. Join dreaming of achieving such quality, but small and medium enterprises with limited investment can't produce content of that caliber. Wrong. I just talked about that. V4 Mirai. Like, Phase Connect is still like working on stuff, but even like some like Pippa's had like 3 stuff like before, and I don't know how, but like she has it stuff, and like Phase has done like concert stuff. I'm pretty sure like Phase just fucking bought out the artist booth at Offkai. Like, and again, I'm shilling for people I like, but like I'm within reason to, because they do stuff that is, acceptable. And again, V4 Mirai has a very nice 3D models. They're a very small corpo. Meanwhile, fans accustomed to high quality content find less polished VTubers lacking. This is a fucking lie. I'm telling you this right now. Fans accustomed to high quality content find less polished VTubers lacking. No, entitled people feel this way. I'm yelling, but I'm getting mad about this because this is wrong. Like, as a result, the gap between what talents expect from their agencies and what companies can actually provide widens. Yeah, no. Meanwhile, fans accustomed to high quality content find less polished VTubers lacking. This is a fucking lie. Indie VTubers would not succeed at all and stuff. And like, I understand, like, oh well, like, not every indie's gonna succeed. Like, no. Otsuka Rei is an indie talent. She got 3D model. Her daughter has a 3D model. They are very popular, I would say, like in Japan and stuff. Like, people know who Otsuka Rei is. They know who Reika is. Like, they know about Otsuka Rei and stuff like that. And she's not a part of an agency. She's just an independent single mother working as a VTuber to make a living and an income. Like, and she's not a part of any like enterprise whatsoever. She's just herself. Fans accustomed to high quality content find less polished VTubers lacking. No, like, I like Hololive. I like what Hololive does, and I'm glad that Hololive can do stuff. As much as I love Hololive, they are a corporation. They are a corporation, and their talents can't stray too far or say too much or say the wrong thing, because they can get fired very easily. You want to know what limitation doesn't extend to? Indie VTubers. This is why I fucking like Hexa, I like Kirshu, I like Nano, I like a lot of independent, smaller VTubers. You wanna know why? Because they can be edgy, shitty dumbasses and be funny and say jokes that other people and other smaller corps or other corporations probably couldn't make. Like, I love Pippa, and Pippa's one of my favorite stupid, edgy shit posters, and even she can't talk too much about politics stuff because she's part of a corporation. And that's just the truth of it. But like, people like Hexa can. Like, Hexa literally went on a stream, looked over all the Niji Sanji stuff despite not being a drama tuber, and like talked about it in depth and like shat on the CEO and stuff, and like voiced her opinion because she's not a part of a corporation. She's allowed to have her opinion and say that sort of stuff. Like, Doki's an independent VTuber, and she's huge. And like, yeah, some of that's because she was Selene and Niji Sanji wronged her. But like, at the same time, like, not all like big talents necessarily are part of a corporation, and like, they don't have to necessarily have like 3D concerts or anything like that. And like, they still do projects, they still do cool stuff, and they're still enjoyable to watch and funny. Like, just because they're not like they don't have the best model, they don't have a 3D model, or they're not doing concerts, that does not mean that they're lacking. That is a very elitist. That's the word. It's elitist to have that sort of mindset. That VTubers who are not up to the same like quality standard as like Hololive or even Nijisanji or like Vshoujo or Fishoujo, like to say that they're lacking is like even like to say that fans like find their VTubers like this lacking is like very like a wrong opinion to have. Like that's just objectively wrong, and I'm sorry, but like that very much upset me because that's not true. Ah, jeez, I had to drink water. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. Success is not easy. Simply setting up an agency and launching talents without proper planning won't work. This kind of feels pot calling kettle black. I'm just gonna say that, but yeah. Therefore, the traditional model of investing all efforts into a few talents and waiting for them to grow on platforms like YouTube or Twitch is becoming unsustainable for companies. No, it's really not. Some agencies send out wave after wave after wave way too fast, or they debut way too many VTubers. The reason Nijisanji can debut so many waves of VTubers is because they have like literal millions of dollars, like hundreds of millions of dollars of shares and money and profit. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm burping and hiccuping. I'm a slob. I'm kidding. Like Nijisanji can debut several waves of VTubers because they have the money to do it. They can have money to throw and like debut all these people and even do like limited ad stuff because they have the money to do it and because people will still watch them. Like maybe not as much, but like people will still watch them. And yeah, waiting for them to grow on platforms. Like if you debut like 3 talents or something like that, or 3 or 4 talents, like yeah, and if you're patient and wait like a couple months to like a year before debuting another one and let your talents get popular, establish your company as a reputable brand and do all that, then yeah, their growth is going to probably be a bit slower, but it's slow and steady wins the race. Rushing is not going to help things, and that's not going to make things work out well. Based on this analysis, our answers at 4 creators and Nexus are 1. To dominate new platforms, 2. To construct a new agency model. This seems very, like this first one here, to dominate new platforms. That sounds very supervillain-esque, but whatever. Yeah, winning a new platforms. Due to the reasons mentioned earlier, as a company and industry-wide, due to the reasons mentioned earlier, as a company and industry-wide, building into a leading position on the next big platform can ultimately provide more value to talents than struggling on existing battlegrounds. That is not true. Like, I don't feel like that they understand that because like that's just not the case. Again, like look at VStream. Like I've never even heard of like going back to this one real quick here. Like, freaking, let me flick and see other stuff or no, it was on the other chart. Yeah, it was up further on here. Yeah, this one here. Like, aside from Anilive, which I heard because of all this stuff going on, I have never heard of IREM, Reality, or Hyper. I'd only heard of VStream because Lily did stuff on VStream, and VStream died, sadly. Like, and VStream had a pretty big backing of stuff and, like, support, and it did not work, sadly. So, like, no. Like, sad is as much as I hate to say it, trusting an existing platform to work and only debuting like a select few talents on an existing platform like YouTube or Twitch is a more likely way for success, and just being slow and steady and taking your time and letting your talents develop is a better strategy than rushing out 27 talents on a new platform no one knows about. Nexus and Anilive are both new and launching, and while some may feel uncertain, this collaboration means a lot. We are interdependent. Nexus's success with Anilive's first talents contributes to Anilive's success, affecting the value Nexus can offer to talents. So basically, okay, hold on. We are interdependent. Nexus's success, that's an awful sentence. With Anilive's first talents contributes to Anilive's success, affecting the value Nexus can offer to talents. So what that basically means is Nexus has to succeed, or AnyLive can't provide support to Nexus talents. If AnyLive can't provide support to Nexus talents, they can't do anything if something goes wrong, and therefore, if the company can't help them out if something goes wrong, talents have to pay out of pocket. That's just the sad truth of it. That's what that means, basically. So basically, AnyLive has to succeed, or Nexus is going to fail. Considering AnyLive isn't even out yet, like, or if it is, like, I don't freaking know. Like, this is sounding more and more rough. Like, this is not sounding good. Like, the more you hear about this, the less good it sounds, and the more doubt I have. Like, I'm sorry to say this. This is not making me feel more confident. This is making me feel more doubt. But who knows? I'm checking my notifications real quick. Yeah, I could probably do this on a different tab. I'm sorry. Let me check on stuff. Yeah, we've been streaming for about an hour. Holy moly. Yeah. Although interdependence from each other is healthy for business growth in the long run, their close cooperation during the launch phase is crucial. By auditioning in partnership with AnyLive and maintaining close communication, we aim to create new value. This unique opportunity allows talents to grow with a promising platform from the start. Joining Nexus now means having the chance to become one of the first stars on a new platform. That is such a weird thing to want to like advertise to people. Like, hey, join our thing, thing and do this, and you have a chance of becoming the next Kizune AI or Picora or Gargara on a platform no one knows about. Like, that's such a weird thing to advertise to people. Like, I'm not saying that it's wrong to want that or to want to have success or do well, but at the same time, that's such a weird like thing to advertise and like tell people. Like, yeah, joining Nexus now means having the chance. Like, it's not even a guarantee. You just have the chance to become someone on par with, maybe on par with these very popular and well-known names on a new platform. Like, that's such a weird thing to advertise to people. Just like the chance of success. Like, you can have a chance at success. We aren't guaranteeing you anything. We're just offering you a chance at success. It sounds like Hollywood. It sounds like a Hollywood type pitch, and I don't really like that. Why AnyLive? AnyLive stream anytime, anywhere. In the transition of platforms I discussed above, it's crucial to have a place where emerging talents can succeed. I believe AnyLive is that place for E and VTubers. I'll leave out a detailed explanation of AnyLive here, as they will be sharing more about it soon. However, as indicated by the tagline, Stream Anytime, Anywhere, is a platform aiming for everyone to easily stream as VTubers, build deep community connections, and monetize their content. Streaming from a smartphone app allows for casual, frequent broadcast, making the talent streams an indispensable part of fans' lives. My past experience at 17 Live, although not a virtual-focused platform, showed that successful streamers broadcast almost daily, creating a comforting community from good morning to good night for their fans. This is why audition requirements include streaming for 2 hours over 20 days, totaling over 40 hours, suitable for those who can habitually stream daily, regardless of their daily schedules. We understand that this streaming style doesn't suit everyone and encourage finding your own path if that's the case. Sorry. I'm making frog noises in my throat. But yeah, okay, so right off the bat, let's break this down real quick. The successful streamers broadcast almost daily, creating a comforting community from good morning to good night for their fans. No, not always. Like, almost daily, I would say no. Like, I would say maybe about 3 to 4 streams a week is the minimum. 2 hours for streaming for 2 hours over 20 days. So yeah, let me find whatever specific one. Like, it was this tweet, I'm pretty sure, from Saren VTuber. I'm gonna scroll down like real quick. 5 days, 40 hours required on the app. Yeah, so stream 5 days a week, 2 hours each time. Okay. Yeah, so 5 days a week streaming. You only have like Saturdays and Sundays off, which like even then, that's probably not the days you're gonna want to take off for stuff. That's not a good method. Like having people stream so often, that's not good. Like maybe releasing daily videos, but daily live streams, that's not good. Especially 2 hour streams, that's especially not good. This is why additional requirements include streaming for 2 hours. Yeah, at least they're open and say that right off the bat. We understand the streaming style doesn't suit everyone. Encourage finding your own path if that's the case. So like they are very at least vocal and open about the fact that yeah, what we do is not for everyone, and if that's the case, don't apply for us. Like at least they're open and say that. Okay, hang on. I have to go pee really quick, so I will be right back, and I'll just put on BGM real quick. But yeah, we'll be right back, and I'm gonna be just taking a break for go to the bathroom, and we'll keep going. But like, who boy. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, hang on, close my library. Hopefully that's not showing up on stream. It's not showing up on OBS, but whatever. All right. Okay, so let's keep doing. Our goal with Analyve is to start habitually streaming frequently to build and monetize a core fan community, gradually expanding our activities to mainstream platforms. Okay, so at least they're open to say that they want to go to mainstream platforms. I think this is the end. This is not a good take. You should stream more frequently on mainstream platforms and have like it should be the inverse. Like that if you want to stream on Analyve, do that. Have like one stream, maybe 2 streams a week on Analyve just so people know about it, so the word gets out. Like you shouldn't be having 27 talents in the first place. You should probably be having like 10 at the max. But even then, that's a stretch. Like 5 is a good number. 5 is a good base number of talents to debut. And yeah, maybe do like debut stream on YouTube, and then like say that yeah, like 2 streams a week are gonna be on Analyve. The other 3 are gonna be on YouTube. If you're gonna have to make them stream 5 days a week, I would say 4 is probably the better thing. So you can do 2 and 2. But yeah, like this is just not a very good business idea. I feel like right now we're almost done with the document, and I'll wrap up stream soon. But like, yeah, this is giving me more questions than answers, and the answers I'm coming to through just basic deduction and from what I can reason from what's being told to me here. Like, my answers and my opinions are not very good, and not super on board with this as an idea right now, for better or worse, sadly. Vision for the next generation agency. We aim to redefine the role of an agency in the evolving landscape. Recognizing the limitations of traditional agency models, we focus on fostering a competitive and uplifting community, providing unique opportunities accessible only through the agency, offering flexible support tailored to the talent's growth phases and needs, building a supportive brand that underlies all these elements. Ideal agency model in the new era. Community. Not just offer knowledge, but offer community to grow together, exclusive opportunity, offer benefits that are not accessible from independent creators. Composability. Offer different package of support based on creators' needs. Brand. Belonging to the agency, add positive brand value to creators even after graduation. So they have to graduate to succeed. What are you talking about? Hang on, what? Similar to high-ranked universities, talents have access to knowledge, tools, and opportunities depending on what they want to do. Can gain your friends and rivals with the same goals of career/life. Even after graduated, the trust and community is still there to support them. Successful agencies, not just in the VTuber industry, but across various fields, embody these principles. Conversely, needs that can be met individually, like finding a manager or seeking streaming support, diminish the necessity of an agency if that's all they offer. Hang on. So, community, not just offer. I'm trying to think what. Yeah, so right off the bat, fostering a competitive and uplifting community. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna say this right here now. Intra competitiveness, or like competing with others outside of your agency in like a positive way, like in like a passive, like very like cordial way, just like being like an adjacent streamer to others. That's fine. Competing with others within your own agency is not a good idea. Providing unique opportunities accessible only through the agency. This is very suspect, because unique opportunities accessible only through the agency. If you know about what happened with a lot of talents from Niji Sanji and stuff, like, they've claimed that they were stuff that was offered to them and opportunities that were offered to them that their agency would not sign off on for whatever reason. And creating this idea that only your agency is going to be able to give you these opportunities, like, what does that mean? Does that mean like cover songs? Does that mean like 3D models or whatever? Because I hate to break it to the guy who's doing the Nexus stuff, like Mr. Harry Nexus or whatever, like, individual VTuber talents can do cover songs, like, and release pretty good cover songs. Like, Sayu has done it. Shigeru Yui has the literal biggest cover song of all time in Lolicami Requiem, which is a fucking banger. Like, it doesn't, an agency, like, the benefits of having an agency is having a manager and support system to help you out if something or someone tries to screw you over, because your agency will have your back and cover you if you didn't do anything wrong and someone's trying to do whatever, whether it be like copyright BS or whatever, or something like that. But like, Japanese agencies have limitations in like permission stuff. EN and like American based stuff does not have like permission things or anything like that. Like, even Face Connect, I don't think has like perms or whatever. People can just play games if they want to play games, and it's not a big deal. But yeah, like, unless your managers are very good and are very talented, like, opportunities only through the agency is not an idea that you want to peddle to people, for lack of a better term. Like, not something about me being like corpo hate. Like, corporations can do, like, VTuber corpos can help people and help them get stuff that they need. But acting as though there's stuff that only the agency can provide is not a good idea to promote. Yeah. Belonging to the agency add positive brand value to creators even after graduation. This one, like this brand thing right here, this makes me suspect. This one does not sound good. Like, aside from the grammar stuff, like belonging to the agency add positive brand value to creators even after graduation. Like, are you saying that even after people, are you saying that like even after people leave and graduate from like your agency or your corporation or your group, you still want them to be associated with Nexus? Like, is that what you're trying to say? Because that's not very clear. Like, even after graduated, the trust and community is still there to support them. Like, you're saying you want, like, if that's a way of saying that, like, you still want talents who have left your company to be able to, like, do collaborations or collab streams and still be friends with, like, people in the community, that's fine. That's a good thing to put out there and have. But, like, saying that, like, belonging to the agency, like, you are an agency asset even after you leave, like, you're like, they can't keep their model if Nexus provided to them, that's kind of like, I know Hololive kind of does that too, but I don't really like that when they do it either. But I don't like it when Niji does it, and like, I didn't really love it when Fizz or like Idol does it. But like, at the same time, I get it, but at the same time, let's keep going. I'm tangenting. Successful agencies, not just in the VTuber community industry, but across various fields, embody these principles. Conversely, needs that can be met individually, like finding a manager or seeking streaming support, diminish the necessity of an agency if that's all they offer. We envision an agency akin to a prestigious university like Harvard. Harvard is not a prestigious university anymore. There's been so many scandal bullshit with Harvard in recent history and like recent time stuff. Like, for people in like the top brass of Harvard, like, being racist and forging like their like qualifications and stuff like that. Like, Harvard has lost a lot of their reputation, and like, saying that you want your agency to be akin to a prestigious university like Harvard is not a good thing. But yeah, let me just keep going. Being part of such a community not only means meeting great peers and rivals, but like, why are you saying rivals? Stop saying rivals. No one normal says rivals. That's weird. But also gaining access to exclusive courses, internships, and study abroad opportunities. This model allows for customized lessons and support, enhancing individual and collective credibility through the brand. This is the agency model we at For Creators strive to realize. So like, I know Nexus is supposed to be like it's kind of like the close approximation is like the Niche VTuber Academy stuff, but like, I don't know. This feels, I don't know. But yeah, we'll keep going. The essence of Nexus as an academy. To clarify first, Nexus basically operates on a revenue share model similar to many talent agencies, with a special focus on emerging talents. Nexus aims to be a launchpad for many talents to achieve their dreams. The term academia is used to align Nexus with an ideal agency model, setting different expectations for talents compared to other agencies. At Nexus, we provide a comprehensive curriculum, free avatar creation, usable assets to help emerging talents overcome numerous hurdles. That period, it should be and usable assets to help emerging talents overcome numerous hurdles, but like, I'm guessing ESL, but it's whatever. Like, that is a grammar thing. Importantly, we are committed to fostering a community that emphasizes mutual support and collective improvement. That is not true. You specifically have said, like, you specifically said, and like, let me look at here. Support tailored to commitment. We actively support those who demonstrate high level of engagement and ambition. If you want to call it favoritism, that might be true in a sense. Like, autonomously utilize with sufficient support system in place. Individualized support, each person will be less. More diligent students well, often stuff. Equal opportunities for learning are provided. Leveraging them depends on student initiative. We actively support those who demonstrate high level of engagement and ambition. So, are you? So you're not, is it collective improvement or is it individual improvement? I clicked on the wrong tab. Or like individual stuff. Like, but hang on, this approach ensures that every talent can learn, grow, and contribute within a nurturing environment. Additionally, Nexus aims to create unique opportunities such as special guest lectures with top talents and professionals, streaming and exposure on Analive, and more. Emphasizing the academia concept allows gathering over 100 talents to form a large community, differing from agencies composed of only a few talents. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just going to say this right here and now. As someone who has graduated college fairly freshly, college fucking sucks. Like, college is not a fun experience. You do it because you understand and realize that, sadly, in today's world, like, your requirements for a job are stupid and bullshit, and you have to have, like, a bachelor's degree at the bare fucking minimum to even have a chance at being considered for a job. So, trying to do, like, a VTuber college is a terrible idea. For starters, a lot of VTubers don't go to college. A lot of them are not college educated or haven't gone to college. If they are, they didn't like it and are old enough to like look back on it. Like, I know it's like a joke to call VTuber like older female VTubers hags for like a joke, and like hags are like age of 30 in demand. But like a lot of the older like female VTubers that did go to college don't fucking use their degree, or if they did use their degree, like they don't use it now as VTubers for anything, or they don't use their prior job experience in VTubing stuff. Like, again, Kirsha has stated that she was in insurance stuff in the past, and that's what she did as a job before becoming a VTuber. Like, she doesn't do insurance stuff now. She talks about like other like VTuber drama and like other like news drama shit, and plays video games and stuff. Like, she doesn't worry about insurance or shit like that. But like college, like doing a VTuber like special guest lectures with top talents and professionals, like, no, college sucks. No one likes going to college. If you liked going to college, it was because you were in a sorority or a not sorority. I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't think of the term off the top of my head. Frick. I know. I hate it. I know what the word is. Like, female is like the sorority one, and I can't remember the male equivalent off the top of my head. And I'm gonna kick myself in the ass because I know what it is. Shit. Hang on, let me open a private tab real quick. Give me a second. Equivalent to sorority. Fraternity, that is what it is. Fraternity, yeah. Like, if you enjoyed like college and your college experience and stuff, odds are you were likely in a fraternity or a sorority, and like you had like a bunch of friends and you did party shit and got drunk and high and just dicked around and managed to get by the skin of your teeth or something, and that's fine. But like the reason I got through university as well as I did, and I didn't really like doing it, was because I treated it like a job. I treated school like a job. You get up, you do what you have to, and you do it well, so you don't have to repeat it, and you keep going, and you do it until you get your degree, and you look for a real job. And like the sad truth of it is, like, if you try to do like a VTuber college, and like I'm trying to make people like, I will say this, like free avatar creation and usable assets and stuff. Like, if all the assets, like waiting room screens and stuff like that, are free, like, cool. Like, if you like giving free models, that's cool. That's a very good thing. Like, that's a very smart thing that'll help you save money. But at the same time, like, is it free for the talents or free for the company? Because if it's free for the company, where are you getting these models from? Or if it's free for the talents, how much money is being spent per talent for stuff? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry for anyone who's just joining now. Like, I'm sorry I don't have like BGM stuff, but like I'm just reading this off to like have it like just be out there and like voicing my stuff. Because how long have we been live for? About an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah. All right. So where are we at right now? Yeah, we're at. All right. So yeah, we're at this bowl right here. So already over 20 talents have joined the first wave, and the audition aims to recruit 20 more. The goal is to share best practices and knowledge among senpai and kohai to build a trustworthy brand. Nexus talent. Free. Yes, Sam, that is, yeah, free in quotation marks, because really nothing is free. Not in this life, but yeah. Furthermore, the concept of academia within Nexus embodies our desire to respect the autonomy of our talents. If you want to respect the autonomy of your talents, why are they forced to basically, why do they have to stream on Analive? Like, if you want them to have autonomy and be able to do their own thing, why not let them stream on Twitch or YouTube, like, or debut on YouTube or Twitch? Like, why do they have to use a proprietary new VTuber app that isn't guaranteed to work? You probably have to work your ass off on the streams to pay it off, and if you are not able to keep up, you might get charged for it. Don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we don't know very much about this stuff. Like, we do not know a lot. Like, yeah, I know you're just joining right now, so thank you for coming in, but like, yeah, I've been talking about this for a while, and like, we don't, like, a lot of this stuff is up in the air, and like, yeah, and like, I've talked about a lot of this stuff. Like, you can watch the VOD later and go back, but yeah, this is not looking great. Like, like, the more I read about this, like, I was hopefully optimistic coming in, like, I still want the talents and stuff to succeed and do well. I don't want anyone to fail necessarily, but like, I don't think this is going to work out. Like, I was skeptical about it working out. Like, hey, maybe I'll look into it and read it for stream and stuff and go over and form my own opinion. After about an hour of like reading stuff and like going over all this stuff on like their official site, yeah, whatever trust and like concern I have, like, my concerns have been like fulfilled and like have been like have been assured basically, and more of like the doubts that I've had about this working are becoming a bit more realistic. But yeah, unlike traditional agencies that dictate a uniform branding strategy, we encourage talents to independently decide their direction and strategy. They are free to choose their curriculum and other offerings, allowing for a personalized path that respects their individuality and fosters direct growth. So, okay, so what I'm getting from here, they don't want to have like generations. They don't want to have like specific waves or whatever, like Hololive Gen 3, like Phase, like Gen 1 through 3, or like Niji Sanji, EN, JP and stuff. They want to have, or like, I guess for Holo EN, like Myth, Advent, like stuff like that. Like, they don't want to have, I forgot what Gen 2 was like promised, I guess, for Hololive, but yeah, like, they don't want to have like specific phases. They just want individual talents, which is, I guess, kind of closer to Niji JP, because, but even then, like, I don't know, but still, now I hope you can see the reason behind me referring to the anime all the time. Did you find our audition movie is complete parody of that? No, I didn't watch your audition movie. And yeah, like, yeah, if you're just getting in here now, for anyone who's watching, yeah, Nexus Academia for Original Talents, like, the CEO is very, very much a big fan of My Hero Academia, and it shows a lot. And like, you can like whatever anime you want, whatever. I'm not gonna make fun of you for liking an anime that other people will make fun of, but at the same time, it's like, do not fucking inspire your entire VTuber organization off My Hero Academia or like One Punch Man or even stuff like that. Like, that is not a good thing to do. Like, the reason that something like this can happen, like the My Hero stuff can even happen in the first place, is because it's fictional and takes place in an exaggerated version of reality. Like, if something like this tried to happen in the real world, it would not be good and it wouldn't work. And I don't feel like people understand it. So yeah, support tailored to commitment. So I've already read over this one a couple of times, but we're gonna go over it right here and now again. Please understand that while we provide an environment for talents to autonomously utilize with sufficient support systems in place, individualized. Hang on, wait. While we provide an environment for talents to autonomously utilize with sufficient support systems in place, individualized support for each person will be less. They didn't use commas right. Like, while we. That's not how you. Oh my god. I'm gonna grammar Nazi this shit so hard because I'm an English major and that's what I went to school for. But like, I'm not trying to blame, like, if this is just like bad like English understanding comprehension, that's not their fault. Like, yeah, English is a hard language to learn and stuff. But if this is like a bad like translation thing, why not just have it be in Japanese, like, and let people translate it themselves even, or like have like a really good translator stuff. Like, you don't have to necessarily write it out if Japanese or English, I guess. Not, ugh, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm sorry. Like, if English is not your first language, have someone who is, but also understands Japanese, maybe do the translation work. But I don't know. Like, this quote here in bold is like, that's not grammatically correct. It's bugging me, but yeah, I'm gonna move on. Consider the analogy of universities or high schools. Services aren't equal for all. That's not a good thing to point out and have be a part of your company, but whatever. More diligent students often receive more attention and support from teachers, while those who neglect their studies and attendance might not graduate. While equal opportunities for learning are provided, leveraging them depends on the student's initiative. Similarly in Nexus, we actively support those who demonstrate a high level of engagement and ambition. If you want to call it as favoritism, that might be true in a sense, but please understand we will do it more systematically. Systematic favoritism. That's not a good thing. Systematic favoritism sounds not good at all, in fact, if I have to be completely honest, but, you know. Oh boy, like, okay, breaking this one down is gonna be rough, but alright. High schools and, like, public schools in the US, oh boy, like, there's a lot of factors that go into schooling in America, especially even more so in Japan too, because this person, like the CEO of this company, was raised in Japan, and they're from Japan. They're Japanese, Taiwanese, but like, if a lot of these talents, I'm guessing for Nexus, are EN VTubers or VTubers from either US or Europe, and schooling stuff there is very different from the US. Or not, schooling stuff in Europe is very different from the US, and schooling in Japan is very different from both of those. And like, while those who neglect their studies and attendance might not graduate, like, some of that stuff is outside factors. Like, are there lazy, shitty kids who cut class and do whatever? Yes. Are there kids who, because of their circumstances and home life, cannot always come to school or have like other reasons that make it so they can't complete their homework or do other stuff and just don't have the time or freedom or whatever, and stuff happens? Yes. You cannot use schooling as an effective model for a company. Company and schools, like, this person wants to make a VTuber Academy, and that's fine, but they want to make a VTuber Academy and run it like a business, and schools and business are not the same thing. Colleges kind of are a business. Colleges work a lot like a business, in fact, and like, that can, like, there's some crossover, but not enough. And trying to have the best of both and have your My VTuber Academia and run it like an actual effective business is not going to work out, and that's just the sad truth and reality of it. But yeah, back to the actual article proper. Specifically, we're establishing a system that rewards talents who achieve good results in various Nexus events and competitions. We aim to create a community where the competitive environment transparently benefits those who excel. Yeah, so this is straight up just saying, if you make more money and if you do well in like our stuff, like if you're winning like collab streams or whatever, or like doing good in games and are just like doing whatever and are making more money than your peers, then you are going to get better rewards and gonna get better support. That is incredibly that's very like dogmatic, and that's going to make people like form cliques. Like that's gonna make people who want to support like one particular like agent, or like one like group or niche of agents who collab or do a lot of stuff together or form cliques, because you have 27 people here. There's 27, so in your first wave. So like even if like 5 people form like a clique or like group or whatever, and they collab and do whatever and stuff, 5 out of 27 succeeding is not good. Like that's under a fifth of your talents that are succeeding. That is a very not good thing to brag about. And it's even worse if only like 1 or 2 do really good. Like, that's just assuming cliques will form in the first place. People might just isolate and just focus solely on themselves and be selfish. Not saying that they are, or that's what's going to happen, but that could very well be the case. And like, I don't know. Like, this entire branding and this entire like strategy of this like system rewards selfishness and rewards like undercutting your fellow peers, which is not what VTubing is about. Like VTubing, like it is about making money, but like it's about just having a community and having friends and like making support stuff and like meeting people who share your interest. Like it's not about doing better and having higher numbers. Like this is the number stuff that 4chan obsesses about. Like the 4chan people who like obsess over like numbers and like concurrent viewers and stuff like that. This is like what they like. This is like what they talk about. Like the people who compare like collab numbers to like other events and stuff, or like compare like Niji Sanji stream numbers to like Hololive stream numbers and stuff. This is a numbers thing. And those who have higher numbers are going to get more stuff. Like that's just the sad truth of it. And people will. And who's to say that people like bot and like adjust bots or use view bots or do whatever to get higher numbers and stuff? We don't know. And that's the sad truth of it. I don't want to accuse people of saying that they're going to do stuff like that, but like at the end of the day, we don't know, and that's just the sad truth. But yeah. The business of talent management involves investing in talents initially and recouping that investment over the medium to long term. Joining Nexus means we're investing in you first and foremost. Hence, we wish to work exclusively with those passionate about realizing their dreams. Given the inherent exposure to rankings by subscriber numbers or concurrent viewers after debut anyway, those preferring a competitive, free, leisurely pace may not find alignment with a talent agency. No, they'd align with a talent agency that's like a traditional VTuber talent agency. They won't align with you. That's the thing. You're not like other talent agencies. You're doing something very different. That's your entire branding. You're saying that you're doing something different. And like that people shouldn't like to go back to Twitter real quick. I'm just gonna bring this up here from what the CEO himself has said. Quote, you'll never know what we're working on, and I won't forgive people who just want to be a blocker of industry growth. I will go poke all the people who want to criticize Nexus just because you see the numbers of talents in a new platform. Those preferring a competitive, free, leisurely pace might not find alignment with the talent agency. They won't find alignment with you, and like that's what you have to say, because you're doing something different. You're doing something very different. That's something you have said throughout this entire document and the other document. And comparing yourself to other talent agencies isn't true. That's not a fair comparison for yourself or other talent agencies, because you're doing something different. Individuals desiring a stable salary or just to follow instructions may not match well with Nexus, and we appreciate thorough consideration to avoid any mismatch in expectations. So yeah, you're not given a salary or an initial starting salary first joining and starting up here. And if you just follow instructions and listen, or just listen to what management says or whatever, like, yeah, if you want actual guidance, like, and just be given instructions, because like for some people that's what works, like getting instructions and being told what to do and not to fuck it up. That's what they need to know. And like the fact that you're saying outright that like you can't provide a stable salary or or if you're someone who wants guidance and specific instruction, you're not fit for our company. That is not something you want to say. Like, that's not a good thing to say or put out there. Creating a new career path for virtual talents. As Nexus, we focus mainly on our initiatives, but I'd also like to share our broader corporate aspirations. In essence, we aim to forge new career paths for virtual talents, build a new career path, top talent production in the future, total support for professionals, only talents who established fan base are entitled to join. Nexus equals Virtual Talent Academy, curriculum to learn about from the basic to advanced, meet friends and rivals to compete and train each other. Start here, let's aim to become a star. So yeah, right off the bat, like again, another friggin' pyramid here, which is not a good thing. Don't do pyramid structures. But not only that, I'm sorry for getting loud, but not only that, so like the Nexus stuff that we've been hearing about this whole time, like the whole Nexus initiative thing and all that stuff, this isn't even like the actual agency. This is like the top talent production. Like these are the people who are going to survive Nexus basically. Like 27 debut stuff, like of the 27 who debut today in Nexus, I'm guessing only like 5, maybe 6 or 7 people, only the very best and those who are willing to work the hardest or like do what's necessary to succeed and win are going to make it up here and be the very best. Like this business model, like this is just me being objectively honest and just saying the truth. Like this business model, for you to succeed, only those who establish fan base are entitled to enjoy. So not only do you have to have enough numbers to actually have a fan base, so it means you have to get a lot of subscribers and a lot of numbers, but like top support. So like if you want to get actual support from managers and staff, and you want to actually have a chance in the future as a VTuber with Nexus, you have to not only work your ass off in the Virtual Talent Academy, you have to beat all your other co-high and like gen mates or whatever if they're not doing generations, but you have to like outperform them, and then and only then will you get support and be like an actual VTuber with their agency. That is not good. Like saying this outright, like I'll give them this, at least they're honest and transparent about it, but like saying this outright is a terrible move, and if I was an investor or an employee looking to join, this would put me off from trying to apply here. Like I'm just being honest. Initially, Nexus will concentrate Initially, Nexus will concentrate on establishing a foundation in streaming and building fan communities on simple streaming platforms like Anilive. Starting on YouTube or Twitch can be overwhelmingly complex for beginners, hence our emphasis on Anilive to construct a solid base. This is the biggest lie right here. Starting on YouTube or Twitch can be overwhelmingly complex. There are several video guides to explain how to do stuff and how to get numbers on YouTube. And if someone who is not a VTuber, someone who is just a clipper, I'm a editor, a clipper, I'm a shit posting dumbass, but if I can set up a stream and stream for how long have we been streaming? An hour and 40 minutes. If I can do that, if I can set up a stream and stream for an hour and 40 minutes talking about your agency and just have OBS open, like this waiting room asset, I made this. Like my little avatar and expressions and stuff that I plan to use for like videos and stuff. Like I made those with like novel AI, and I made like this like waiting room stuff. Like it's kind of amateurish, sort of shitty, but it's there and I have it. And like the actual like this stuff here, like that was not hard for me to learn or figure out at all. And like so like saying that starting on YouTube or Twitch can be overwhelmingly complex for beginners, no, it's not. Just stream, just upload videos and stream. And it's not complicated at all. Like yeah, like tags and stuff and like understanding that, like sure, you can watch videos and learn about it and go out of your way to learn. Other people will be willing to help you. There are plenty of resources if you want to actually learn stuff. Like, I understand wanting to make a new platform and work with that, But as this document has already said, Nexus's success is tied to Analive's success. So if Analive is not successful, Nexus will not be successful. And I do not see Analive being a success, so I don't think Nexus is off to a great start off to begin with. Just like this whole like thing here, like this reads as someone who has never touched or tried to upload to YouTube or done anything on Twitch. Like I don't love Twitch and I don't like using Twitch very much myself, but YouTube is not a complicated platform, and trying to act like it is not a good mindset to have. But anyway, to cultivate habitual streaming, we advocate for a level of commitment, recommending streaming for 2 hours over 20 days or more. Talents progressing through our curriculum will guide them towards diversifying their revenue streams and expanding their presence across multiple platforms, ensuring they receive support as their careers develop. So at least you want them to go to other platforms and not just stick to Live. That's good, but still, I don't think relying on a new proprietary platform to stream is a good idea. Talent support needs evolve as they establish their foundation. This can range from marketing to merchandising and even tax handling. VTubers do not do their fucking taxes. I'm just saying this right here now. VTubers do not do their fucking taxes. They hire accountants to do their taxes. They do not like FaZe Connect does not do like Pippa's taxes or anything like that. Pippa has to do her own fucking taxes. Hexa does not do her fucking taxes. I'm pretty sure Lily did not do her fucking taxes. Like Milky Way is another like VTuber I watched, and like she does not do her fucking taxes. Like she has to get an accountant, like do all that stuff on their own. VTubers don't do their taxes. Like this is how I know you're out of the fucking loop, because you know VTubers, like anyone who watches VTubers on the English side knows they don't fucking do their taxes on time and they put it up to the last minute. Like this is the shitpost part for me, but like at the same time, like come on. Yeah, when talents reach this phase, we as 4 creators envision setting up a distinct agency tailored to meet these advanced needs. So you don't even have a real agency. Nexus is the academy. They don't have a real agency. Only those who survive and do well in Nexus are going to make up their actual agency. So only the very best are going to succeed and do well here. All the others, sink or swim, bitch. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah. The journey from emerging talent-friendly platforms like Analive to mainstream success is beginning worldwide. We aim to adapt our support to manage the growth phase of talents, ensuring they always feel adequately supported and never lack in benefits. We are committed to providing our all to ensure talent's success and satisfaction. Summary: what Nexus aspires to achieve: dominating new platforms. Analive is set to become the next big stage for the VTuber community. It's not, where we aim to create numerous stars. A new academy-style talent agency. It's designed for those with high motivation and dreams they're serious about achieving. It requires a proactive mindset to fully utilize. It is an incredibly hyper-competitive thing. Only the very best are going to make it, and those are going to be the ones who make your actual talent agency. This approach might not be for everyone, especially if it sounds daunting or unappealing. It does. We're fully committed to combining these elements to ensure the grand success of our talents. No, you're not. You're ensured to committing the grand success of your best talents from Nexus. And those who are not your best are not going to get as much support. You have said so yourself. While some might be surprised or disappointed by this direction, we believe others will be excited and look forward to their applications. Most questions we've received via marshmallows should be answered within this document. We look forward to your application. So yeah, that was Nexus. And to be completely objectively honest, I do not see this working out. Like, this is not me being an asshole. This is not me being rude. At the end of the day, this just does not seem like a good idea. This doesn't seem like it's something that's going to work. This seems like something that someone who is very overly optimistic and doesn't understand the nuance of human interaction and behavior trying to make a VTuber agency based off of something that they really enjoy. But they don't understand that something like that can't work in real life. Like, I'm not trying to shit on anyone's dreams, but at the same time, like, basing your entire VTuber agency off of My Hero Academia and the idea that only the best and brightest get to actually become like proper talents of your agency, and those that don't meet up to par, like, don't get forward. Like, that's not a good thing. Like, if anything, that's gonna make people who don't like your agency, like, this is gonna make the people who don't succeed, like, who don't like you, but who and like a particular talent that doesn't succeed, that's gonna make them want to watch the talents who don't succeed and don't get into Nexus or whatever your proper agency is going to be. It's gonna make them want to watch those people. It's not gonna make the people who do best look well. Like, the people, like, I don't know. Like, this is a very complicated issue. And my general conclusion from all this is I don't see this working. I see this becoming something very competitive, and a lot of the talents forming cliques, and only the very best are going to make it through. But I don't know. I do not know. I don't want to be pessimistic. I don't want to be negative, but this does not seem like a good idea, and I think it's not going to work out. This is one of those examples of positive mental attitude, but taken to the utmost extreme. Yes. Like, this is someone, like, this, I'm not trying to be mean or anything to, like, the actual CEO, but it seems like someone, I just wish the best for someone involved. It's same, like, I hope the people who are involved, like, even if they don't get into, like, the actual agency proper, I hope that they, like, if they don't get into, like, the actual proper agency that Nexus is trying to make, I hope they at least have success and do well as an indie, and that people will support them after this venture. Because, holy, this is, succeed or fail, this is going to be something, and we're going to see. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. This was definitely a stream. I'm definitely probably not the best person to have look over this subject. Other people like Nasagi, Kyo, Rima, Parrot, other people who do this for a living, just as a YouTube profession, they're probably more suited to something like this, but I don't know for sure. I didn't see anyone talking about it, so I wanted to do it and just get my opinion out there and let people know what this is, and just let them see for themselves while hearing also my 2 cents on the topic. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming, and I am gonna call the stream here. So I'll see you guys next time, probably for the arena highlight, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Later.